This is I hope it's on right. Hey guys, it's Abby, and I know I haven't been on in a long time, and a lot has changed. I dyed my hair. I put in a new nose ring. It's kind of red, but oh well. But today is going to be another uncut and raw, whatever I decide to call that before I post it. I'm gonna have to look. But today is just going to be me talking about my future, kind of, and also stuff that's been going on in my life lately, just because, I don't know, because I want to, I guess, because this is kind of an outlet for me. Okay. Dope. Good thing I'm not editing. Sister snapped. Okay. So, I just the other day had one of the absolute worst depressive episodes I think I've ever had in my entire life. And it's not that, like, I wanted it to happen, because who wants to have a breakdown? Who wants to just explode on their self for absolutely no reason, may I add? And just, combust, pretty much. I have had such a hard time loving myself lately. And I've had people in my life say, well, they're done trying to show me that they care. And they're done trying to show that they love me and support me, whatever it is. If you don't want to support me, you don't have to. By no means am I forcing you to love me. Am I forcing you to support me? Am I forcing you to do anything? Because being forced to do something sucks. I hate being forced to do things, and so I would never force anybody else to do something that made them cool. That made them remotely uncomfortable, because that's just who I am. And if those people want to be like that, more power to them. I have absolutely no problem with that. But it's just like, do you think I chose to be like this? Do you think I wanted to be that person that didn't want help? Or it seemed like they didn't want help? Do you think that's who I, like really, like deep down inside, do you think that's who I wanted to be? Do you think, like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be an asshole who refuses to get help from anybody because she's not okay in the head? No, I never wanted to be in a million years seen like that. But with stupid everything, it gets hard. It gets hard for me to stay positive. It gets hard for me to, like, want to exist, like, I would never, like, have any intentions of, like, doing anything that harmed me, but, like, I don't know. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that everybody's 100% happy 100% of the time, because you would be full out lying, and it just bothers me so much that I feel like my body feels like I have to put on this persona and this personality as someone who doesn't need help and doesn't need love and doesn't need attention. While meanwhile, I am the biggest baby I know. Please give me attention. Please give me love. Please give me validation. I need it. I really do. And it's just, it's something that's really hard to explain if you don't, like, understand what my hair is a mess. I'm sorry. I'm going to be playing with that a lot, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm sad. But, like, you can't just say, oh, don't be sad. Like, thanks. That helps a lot. Just telling me not to be sad is going to make everything go away. You did it. It's like that line of, like, business people clapping meme. It's like the, oh, good job. You did it. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, I just want to be, like, genuinely happy. And I want to be genuinely content with my life. What did I do? I broke a plastic cap. Okay, great. Cool. I'm putting on stress relief lotion if you keep seeing me, like, rub my hands together, because I get very anxious talking about my future, so it's like, calm down, you're good, you're fine. Yeah, long story short, no, I don't want to be like this, and if you're not going to be able to put up with me being like this, you shouldn't be in my life. Second topic, okay. Ooh, should I cut my hair? Nope, I can't. Every time I have a mental breakdown, I cut my hair and I need to stop. It's become a problem. Okay, so, oh my god, whatever. So, my future. I just graduated high school. As of now, I am taking a year off of schooling before I go back to college. And we'll start going to college. And that has gotten some very mixed emotions from pretty much oh my god. I'm just gonna cut my hair off. But that's gotten some very mixed emotions from about pretty much everybody I know that thinks they need an opinion on my life. I publicly announced I'm not going to college this year. I want to get a job. I want to better myself. I want to live a little before I have to immediately go back to schooling. I want my depression and anxiety to calm down before I go back to schooling, because high school was miserable for me because of my depression and anxiety, not because I got bullied, not because I hated school. My depression and anxiety literally made high school, middle school unbearable for me. And it was so bad that I really couldn't, like, fathom going to school every day. And it's something that just actually crushed me. If I get emotional through this, I'm gonna be so mad at myself, because I've, like, never really gotten, like, super deeply emotional about it. And then if I get emotional about it on camera, people could be like, oh, clickbait, she's crying for views. I'm not Laura Lee. Don't come at me. Ooh, that was some old tea, but some good tea. Anyways, I'm 19 years old. I'm severely depressed, severely anxious, don't have much intelligence. That didn't sound like a real sentence to me. I've been looking at applying to colleges, yes, but I don't know what I want to do. College is expensive. Now, my family's not poor. We're perfectly fine. We have a roof over our head, food in our stomach. My parents have stable jobs. We have a car to get us from point A to point B. But I got in trouble my freshman year. And I don't want to, like, go into that super a lot. But I got in trouble my freshman year. And my parents, or my dad, I don't know, made me pay for show choir myself. They didn't want to pay a penny towards it. And so, my freshman year, all I did was fundraise. Yes, I got some donations, but most of it I fundraised myself. And it wasn't like my parents didn't want me in show choir, stuff like that, and it was against the show choir. It was just like my personal punishment, you know, like, I have no problem with that. But then, the next years, I kept fundraising for myself and kept fundraising and donating to the point where My junior year, I had so much over that I was able to give money to people, and then my senior year, I had so much over that I could go to my account and to other people, and that was just honestly one of the best feelings I've ever had, is to be able to help someone else who was, I don't know, to help someone else. That was my big thing, was to help other people. Now, college is expensive. College is extremely expensive, especially for what I want to go into. I've looked at different colleges, and their programs through what I want to go into are incredibly expensive. I feel bad having my parents help me pay for college, because I'm not going to make them pay for my whole college, because I just don't want them to do that. That's part of why I got a job. So why I got a job now, so that when I start going to college and I start making more money, I can save up and help pay whatever we have to pay. I know my parents, everybody's parents, if you've had solid parental figures your entire life, and I'm sorry if you don't, I'm not trying to make you feel excluded if you don't, but I just know that they're not always, I don't want to get into that. But if you've always had a parent or an adult you look up to, or your grandparents, they've always, your entire life, made sacrifices for you. They've thrown opportunities away for you. They've changed entire schedules around. They've sold stuff for you just so you could, get the bike you wanted for Christmas or whatever. And I know my parents have probably been doing that my entire life. I just didn't know because I was a child. But I'm gonna cry. Ooh, no. I don't want my parents to have to sacrifice that much, because college is freaking expensive. And yes, I will have a job, and yes, I will be making sorry, there was a fuzz on my face. It was kind of gross. Sure, my parents will be I'll have a job, and my parents will still have jobs, but it's just something that scares me so much. I don't want to have to put them out that much money just so I can further my education. And yes, I know that's what parents are supposed to help you with, before people go off on me about you're just not wanting to go to college because you're lazy, this, that, and the other. I honestly don't know if I want to go to college in the next 4 years, or in the next 2 years, 3 years, however long, short you want to see it. My mom told me she was still taking classes when she was 30, I don't remember, but she was still taking classes for whatever, and that's fine. I'm gonna get emotional. I don't have to go to college right away. Now, I want to go to college. I want to further my education. I've always wanted to go to college, but I just don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. And it's just a bad time, because I want nothing more than my parents to be proud of me. And they said that they would be proud of me no matter what decision I make. And if I don't go to college in the next 4 years and start going when I'm 23, taking online stuff, they should be okay with that, right? And they will be. But who aren't going to be okay with it are the people who don't matter, that my brain think matters. Like the people in my school who were like, oh, she's doing nothing with her life, she's a deadbeat, she's a dropout. Like, first of all, you can't be a dropout if you haven't even gone. But I just don't feel safe with that knowledge. Like, ever since I was in like middle school, college was something that was pressed on you so hard. Like, you have to go to college right after you graduate. You have to go for at least the standard 4 years, or you're doing absolutely nothing with your life. And do you know how bad that makes someone feel who doesn't think they're smart enough to get, oh my god. Do you know how bad that makes someone feel who doesn't think they're smart enough to get into a college, who doesn't think they're as intellectually stable to get into a college? Like, I never felt like I was smart enough to do anything, really. Like, my grades were always okay, but I never thought that I was like super smart, because I just got so stressed with all my schoolwork that it just became a point where I had to sit down and do absolutely nothing else but sit there and focus and study, and just even after that I couldn't get it. I had to retake a class almost 3 times because I just couldn't get it, no matter how hard I tried. I could not get it, and it sucked. It really did. It sucked a lot, because seeing everybody around me advance and go to college and do all of these things with their life hurts my heart, because I want to be like them. I want to be smart. I want to go to college. I want to do all these things. But I don't feel like I can. And I shouldn't be forced to do anything. Because the more you force someone to do something, the less they're gonna want to do it. And no matter how many people force me to go to college, dang it, at the end of the day, after everything's said and done, I will only do things for myself. I will do things that I know benefit me. I will do things that make my parents proud of me, that make my friends proud of me, that make my family proud of me. That's all I need. I don't need Judy from Facebook's outside comment from, like, she's graduated with me. Oh my god, Abby, you're such a waste of space. You're such a loser. Like, why aren't you doing anything in your life? I'm already in my 2nd year of college. Like, no. Like, I do what's best for me. I will not do what is best, what other people think is the best for me. Because a part of growing up, part of maturing, is making your own decisions. And having people spoon feed me my decisions, like, you're gonna go to college for 4 years right after you graduate, is spoon feeding me a decision. In high school, we are supposed to be taught to grow up and mature, and we are, but they just spoon feed college like, you have to, or else you're gonna do nothing with your life. And I used to think that I was gonna be one of those people saying how people are failing, but here I am, a mess. So, life really just sucks right now. There's no way around it. I've had the worst couple of weeks of my entire life, all back to back. And it's not good, it's not fun, and I wish it would be over. I hope that this can be over. But my battle with my education is never going to stop. I also don't want to expose my depression and my anxiety immediately back to a classroom environment, because that's what made it act up so aggressively in one of the first cases. I just need a point in my life where I can just like be myself, you know? I need to be able to live my life, and like I just don't want to be seen as a disappointment, you know? I'm not a disappointment. But damn, I sure feel like one. Well, on that note, before I get too emotional, before I get too like breakdowny and cry like more than I already did, you may watch this, you may not. You may watch the whole thing, you may watch 5 minutes, you may skip through. Thank you so much for just this platform and me being able to express myself however I feel, even though people won't always agree with what I say. It's my opinion and it's here whether you like it or not. Thank you so much. Bye.